Can I have your toy? Can I have your toy? No? Okay. I'm coming down here to the barn where I'm working on the Jeep. All right. What's up, guys? Got a little project on the Jeep today. So I've already got it on a lift and I've already got some things going on here. So basically what I'm doing is I'm checking the toe on the Jeep. So if you don't know what the toe is the angles of the front wheels in relationship to each other, whether they're pointed in or out from the back to front. So toe is in or out, back to front. Caster will be the angle of your axle, which is this way or that way. And then camber is the angle of how your tire sits on the road, this way or that way. So since this is a solid axle, we don't really need to worry about camber, because camber is going to be static because it's got rigid points the axle mounts to, and it does not allow you to change the camber. What we're really concerned about is toe in. So there's been, I won't say controversy, but there's been a lot of social media there's been a lot of social media opinions about whether or not to go with toe out or toe in on these Jeeps. And this is a 2022 Jeep Gladiator. Did I say that right? 2022 Jeep Gladiator Overland. I mean, Jeep built this particular Jeep for road use. They didn't build it for no off-road use or nothing. But what gets me is the fact that stock, the toe on this Jeep is exactly 0, which means there's no, both front wheels are completely straight with the road. There's no toe in, no toe out, no nothing. And that's as indicated by the measurements I have here, and I'll leave a link in the description of these toe brackets so you can measure your toe yourself. They come from Amazon, so I'll leave a link down below. But as you can see, the front here is 66.5 inches on the nose. I don't know if I can get the focus. Okay, that's the front. And then the back is also, I don't know if you can see that, but it is, trust me when I tell you, it's 66.5 inches. So 0 toe. Now what I have well, here's the thing. The Jeep, this particular Jeep has, to me, has always had a kind of wandering in the steering wheel. Well, not so much in the steering wheel or the steering, but it just seemed like, depending on what kind of road surface you're on, whether it's a really rough road, you know, if it's a brand new road, fresh, you know, fresh asphalt, beautiful straight, it tends to drive pretty good. But if there's any amount of I don't know, just ruts in the road, potholes in the road or whatever, the Jeep just wants to wander all over the place. And there's two things that could affect that. And the number one thing really is your caster, right? But then also the other thing is toe. So basically when I went from the stock Bridgestone dueler highway tires, which the Jeep still did not want to drive in a straight line, stock. Well, you go and put these big 35-inch Nitto ridge grapplers on it, it kind of exacerbates the problem. So I'm going to attempt to correct that. Like I said, the opinions on social media seem to go with 1/8 inch toe in. Okay. Now if you put these things in an alignment machine, they do it in degrees. I don't have an alignment machine, so I'm not going to try to do it in degrees. I'm just going to do it with these brackets and with a couple tape measures and do 1/8 inch. So we'll go ahead and I'll get this thing dialed in, and basically there's one adjustment, and it's right there. All you gotta do is loosen this nut, which loosens the clamp on your tie rod, and you turn that in ever so slightly, and it will move your front wheels toe in. Or if you turn it the other way, it'll go toe out, which means the front wheels would actually be facing away from each other in the front and closer to each other in the back. So against all odds, some people said toe out. I can't wrap my head around that. For racing I can, but not for a Jeep driving straight down the road. You know, you want the straight line performance. But I don't know, I'll do this, and then, you know, if it don't work out, maybe I'll try toe out. But we're going to go with toe in first, about 1/8 of an inch. So let's go ahead and get this thing adjusted, and we'll go for a test drive. Be back in a little while. All right, guys, after loosening my clamp right here, and I also had to loosen my I couldn't even turn the thing until I loosened my steering stabilizer bolts on the back. So I got all that loosened up, and I turned it actually counterclockwise, brought it in. So now we are sitting at 66 and not quite a half, so just a 1/8 less than a half right there. So the front came in 1/8 of an inch, and the rear went out 1/8 of an inch. So we're going to roll with that. I'm going to button all this back up, put tires back on it, put it on the ground, and take it for a test drive. Be back in a minute. All right, I got my stupid GoPro headband on. So here we go. We're gonna take this Jeep for a ride now and see how the 1/8 inch toe in did. I elected not to go with the toe out. I know it for off-roaders, hardcore Jeepers, that's probably the way to go, but let's face it, this is a mall crawler, y'all. So I'm not gonna go with the toe out right now. I'm gonna try the toe in and see how it does, and go from there. So I'm going down our rather long driveway here. I can't tell anything significant right now at, you know, 15 miles an hour, but when we get on the road, I'm sure I'll be able to tell a little bit more about how it's doing. So let's get out here on the road and see what we got. All right. All right, so far, hands off the steering wheel, it seems about the same as what it was. I've got to straighten my steering wheel again, God knows. It's like a never-ending thing. I might get my wife to get in it and hold the steering wheel straight while I adjust the track bar on it, or the steering linkage. So far it wants to drive really straight. I'm kind of impressed. I mean, it was driving straight before, but I don't know. My steering wheel's a little off. I think it was off before, but I don't know. All right, so I'm running about 48 miles an hour, and to be honest with y'all, I can't tell a difference in it at all. It might be a little tighter, it might not, you know, as far as the driving straight. But let's see, let go of the steering wheel. I mean, that's about as straight as you're gonna get it right there. And I mean, it's pretty straight. I'm gonna come back around on the highway over here and see how it does. But I mean, look, I'm not holding the steering wheel and it's going just straight as an arrow, so I mean, what more can you ask for, right? So let's see what it does around these curves. These are pretty good curves. It does pretty good. I mean, little effort on the steering wheel. Very, very little effort on the steering wheel at all. I mean, so it just, it's actually, steering wheel's pretty straight, I believe. It's almost rock solid straight. I am actually turning a little bit here. Huh, okay. Oh, Lord, the sun. Good God. Woo-wee. It's very bright. Very bright. All right. Straight, big road. It's doing what it wants to do. It's doing Jeep things, going straight. I'll take that back. It may drive a little better. I just need to straighten the steering wheel up just a wee bit. All right, now we get on the freeway here, which I'm going to have to pay for, but that's okay. It's all good. I got some new cars to the dealership, stealership. I may leave it this way and see how my tire wear does. I'm gonna watch my tire wear real close, real close. All right. Oh man, it's straight as an arrow. Look at this, y'all. I like it. I like it a lot. Very good. Very nice. I mean, I only have to hold the steering wheel. Straight as an arrow. 1/8 of an inch toe in. That's great. Great, great, great. Good stuff. I think it's a winner. What do y'all think? Look there. Straight as an arrow. So here's my take on the whole situation with a 1/8 of an inch toe in with the ruler method. I mean, I can probably tell just a smidgen of a difference. It's not really that dramatic of a difference, to be honest with you. So I may drive a little more and see what we got here in a minute. I'll go down to Mexico. That's a really fun road to ride around here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this Jeep to drive any better with these 35-inch tires and just basically what I want to do with it. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think this is about as good as it's going to get, which is actually pretty astounding, I think. pretty astounding. Astonishing. It's very good. And this road's usually a pretty good test right here because it's so narrow. Hello. Hello.
Hi, this is Julie with the Medicare department at Health.
Oh my God. See how this bridge does right here. Pretty good. Okay. Got some curves up here. Not bad at all. It feels fairly predictable. It's doing exactly what I want it to do, so that's good. It's very good, very good. So far, I'm impressed. We're gonna get back to the house over here, and I put it away for today. But I think we have a winner.